Yo guys, what's up? Luke Vidler here. Welcome back to another video. Pause. This is exactly why your channel isn't fucking growing. If you sound the same as everyone else, how the fuck can you expect to stand out? But similar to you, when I started in May of last year, I had no clue what I was doing, which led to me making generic content that sounded and looked the exact same as everyone else's. By the time I got to October of the same year, I'd been posting 3 times a day, every single day for 6 months, only having a measly 400 subscribers to show for my efforts. But little did I realize it at the time, the knowledge which I had just gained in these 6 months was the necessary knowledge to go from 400 subscribers all the way to 10,000 subscribers in a matter of less than 1 month. So today I want to break down what I believe to be the most important things that help me reach this milestone that will also help you achieve the same. All right, so straight off the bat, the first thing which is going to be crucial to your success in growing your YouTube channel is mastering your skill sets. The best piece of advice I ever got given was to learn how to tell stories and edit videos. These 2 skill sets alone have the power to change your fucking life. It does not matter which YouTuber you name, every single YouTuber on the face of this planet tells stories and edits videos in such a way that captivate attention. Casey Neistat, Mr. Beast, Sam Sulek, all of these people in some way, shape or form tell a story. Sam Sulek is telling a story through the means of documentation. Same goes for Casey Neistat. Same goes for Mr. Beast, but in a very different way. He's explaining the story as it happens. My channel, for instance, I tell stories from the past that have happened, past tense. Every single channel on the platform is telling a story. And the reason this works so well is because it adds an aspect of authenticity and relatability. Now, the editing videos part, you might be asking yourself, well, why don't I just get an editor to edit the videos for me? If you haven't mastered that skill set yourself, how do you expect it to be transferable to another editor? You've got no idea what you're doing yourself. How are you going to give feedback on what he should and shouldn't do in the process of editing your video when you've not even done that yourself? You need to be in it first. I'm not saying long term you don't get an editor after you've been doing it 1-2 years. Yo brother, if you're enjoying this video, do me a massive favor, hit the subscribe button real quick. The top link in the description is also going to take you to my full step-by-step program teaching you exactly how I went from 0 all the way to 40,000 subscribers in less than 9 months. So if that sounds like something that may be of interest, just click that top link. But in the start, you need to be learning the skills yourself and mastering the art of content creation so you can then transfer those skills into another person and multiply what you've already built. But of course, being able to captivate attention isn't just about storytelling and editing. These are 2 important skills, like I said, but it's also about being relatable, which brings me to my second point. Stop trying to be a fucking pro. When I first started out, I would literally write my scripts word for word. I would look at the script, recite it out to the camera, look back down, recite it out, and cut the part in between where I was looking at the script. There is no transfer of emotion here. It is literally a mindless, robotic version of myself talking at the camera, sounding like an absolute fucking No one wants to watch you recite something which you wrote 2 hours earlier. Once I switched from doing this super scripted, over-edited style of content, literally within 1 month, I was able to make this massive pivot and blow the fuck up. I'm not saying don't have a script, but don't have a word-for-word script. Make dot points, read the dot points maybe once every 2, 3, 4 minutes, and then talk off of the dome. That is where the authenticity, the relatability comes from. People can feel that transfer of emotion. When I'm talking, you can tell I'm not reading from a script. Now, part of this authenticity is leaving fuck-ups in your videos. And you might say, oh, won't that lead to a bad average view duration, which we'll get to in a minute? No, I leave fuck-ups in every single one of my videos that I make, whether it be I stumble over my words, I say a word incorrectly. The other day I was filming a video, birds were chirping, I threw a stick up at the tree and told them to shut the fuck up. I leave all of these little mistakes in my videos, if you even want to call them that. And as a result, over the past 6 months alone, I have generated 2 million long-form views. Right, so pretty straightforward. Make it feel like a genuine conversation. You're gonna stumble over your words, you're gonna fuck up in general, raw conversations, and that's what makes it feel so authentic and makes people continue watching. It just feels like you're talking to them, not at them. Right, now number 3, make your message known. It's too often I see these small creators, let's say 100, maybe 1,000 subscribers. I'll start watching their videos and they're just rambling shit. They're repeating the same points. They're going in fucking circles. If I get 30 seconds into a video, I have no idea who this person is, what they stand for, or what the fuck the video is even about in general. I'm going to click off. And I mention this because when I first started creating content, I would start it with some stupid question that doesn't get them engaged. You know, it's making them really think And then I would go in circles, ask them the question again in a different way. 30 seconds into the video, you wouldn't know if it's a storytelling type of video, a tip style of video. You would not know what the fuck it's about because I'm just rambling shit. All right, so you need to portray a clear message within the first, say, 30 seconds to a minute of the video. Ideally, this is just the general piece of advice I give to anyone starting out. Give the who, the what, the when, the where, the why, especially when it comes to telling stories, okay? There's two different styles of storytelling. There's documentation and past tense. And it's completely up to you which one you choose, but you need to make it clear what message you are trying to portray. All right, now number 4, a thumbnail and title alone can change your entire fucking life, okay? YouTube value click-through rate more than they do AVD, okay? So click-through rate is essentially the amount of people who saw the thumbnail and chose to click on. Okay, so if you have a 10% click-through rate, which is very good by the way, let's say you've got a 10% click-through rate, 1,000 views, that means 10,000 people saw the thumbnail, 1,000 chose to click on. But let's say the AVD, average view duration per viewer, is only 3 minutes. YouTube values a high click-through rate with a low AVD more than it does with a low click-through rate and a high AVD. Reason being, if you have a video that 1,000 people watch for 3 minutes, that is far more valuable to YouTube in terms of watch time than a video which has 100 people who watch for 6 minutes. It's a whole 40 hours more in watch time for YouTube. Now, the reason this is so important is because YouTube is a business like any other platform, and their main goal is to keep you on the platform for as long as possible. So what this tells YouTube when a high amount of people are clicking, but then they're only staying for 3 minutes is, okay, the people who click on this video don't stay for as long, but the amount of time that they do stay is more valuable in terms of watch time than if we were to get a lower click-through rate but a high amount of retention. It's pure volume. I really hope this makes sense. But the reason I bring this up is because the day I posted this video on the screen right now is the day everything changed for me when growing my channel, okay? In the first 24 hours of this video going live, the average view duration per viewer was fucking terrible. We're talking about 3 minutes and it was a 15-minute long video. That's extremely low. You want about 30%. But the click-through rate was so high, I believe it was about 10%, that it just kept getting pushed out. Now, this particular video ended up hitting just shy of 1 million views, and obviously the average view duration did go up as it got bigger. But the thing I'm trying to teach you here is that if you can master being able to create good thumbnails, create good titles, that is your first stepping stone into becoming a fucking good YouTuber. The biggest roadblock for the majority of my clients at the moment is that they do not know how to get people to click. They're really good at telling stories. They're really good at captivating attention once the person has clicked. Their content is good, but the amount of people clicking is significantly less because they don't understand how to create a good title and how to create a good thumbnail. All right, so simply put, learn how to create titles and thumbnails that work well in your niche. I hope this video helped. It was a super short one. This is my first ever video on this channel. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you did find value in this video, the top link in the description is going to take you to my school community, which has an entire program laid out on exactly how I took my channel from 0 all the way to 40,000 subscribers in a matter of 9 months and turned it into my full-time job. So if that sounds like something that may be of interest, just click that top link. But with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Stay grinding, my G. I'll let you get back to the video.